27 Storm Track weather with meteorologist Blaze Keller.
All right, it's quiet right now. Again, that green over Dodgeville was what I expected it to be, kind of a blip in the radar, if you will. These clouds slow to move in, which allowed us to really climb into those 40s today, get a little bit of melting done, to say the least. It's all part of a system that's, as you can see, staying off to our north and east. Back behind it, though, the atmosphere is getting ready for kind of two systems. The first one will be a clipper. We'll see that Monday. The second one is that big one. That's prompting winter storm watches for all of the state of South Dakota, parts of Nebraska, a good chunk of Minnesota, as well as the western, I would say maybe third of Wisconsin, and then you've got winter weather advisories there in the dark purple. I've never seen the whole entire state of South Dakota underneath a winter storm watch, and I lived and forecast there for 4 years. So this is a big system. Doesn't look like much now, but it's in this general area, and as I said yesterday night, it's going to ride over this high pressure system, dig its way or move south along the California coast or the west coast, and then it's going to move into the plains and the Midwest and impact us over a number of days. It's not quick moving, and that's the reason why some places are expecting 8, if not 12 inches of snow or more. We'll talk about who will see that potentially in just a moment. So now that those clouds are moving in, you can really see where the cooler air has been all day, Viroqua and Camp Douglas, and then where the warmer air is. 45 still in Boscobel and in Lone Rock, 40s in Dane County, 37 in Janesville. That cold front has passed. We'll start to cool on down, but not quickly because of that cloud cover. So let's move into your President's Day. We're starting off quietly, and then we'll watch as our first little clipper moves on in. This snow is going to be generally light, probably more into the evening, late afternoon, early evening, and definitely farther north is going to have that better chance. So maybe the Dells northward, seeing some of that light snow, maybe a mix. Farther south, it's not looking super great, but we maybe will see a few flakes before we go overnight into Tuesday. And then we start to see that next system move on in. We'll begin to see those impacts starting Tuesday night into Wednesday. This little band of snow could give us 1 to 2 inches, especially farther south as it kind of slides southwards. And then we'll watch as this system slowly starts to move on out of the Rockies into the plains and then through the Midwest. This is a snapshot of Wednesday night, the GFS, so one of our longer range models. And I just want to pinpoint snow, mix, rain, and within this mix also ice. And look at where that mix is, right kind of from Madison south. Farther north, all snow. Farther south, more of that mix, and then once you really get into central Illinois and south, that's going to be rain. Parts of Minnesota are expecting at least a foot of snow, if not more, so that's why we put them in the extreme kind of impacts, coupled with gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour as this moves on through from Tuesday through Thursday night. So that's the time frame for this, Tuesday evening through Thursday night. Here in southern Wisconsin, we're expecting probably more mix and ice and then snow as we go into Thursday. This is not going to be our big snowmaker. This is going to be more of a wintry mix, coupled with strong winds on the backside of that on Thursday. And then throughout Wednesday, what we can expect is mix along with potentially some freezing rain. In terms of ice totals, I can't give you an exact amount. And this is the reason why we're going to see freezing rain, is because the air just above the surface is going to be just warm enough that the snow melts and then refreezes right before it hits the ground. As I was saying, I can't tell you exacts when it comes to ice. A lot of the higher ice totals are right now across northern Illinois. But if this system slides just north, and I'm talking the freezing line, not the whole system, we could easily see 1/4 of an inch of ice. So I don't want to scare anybody, but I would primarily expect more of that freezing rain on Wednesday. If you don't have to drive, I wouldn't be out on the roads Wednesday. Thursday is our first chance for snow with this system. That won't be a lot, and then the winds come in and we cool down for Friday.
Definitely a system people need to keep checking in, seeing how things develop over the next few days.
The big picture is not going to change. That freezing line, and that is in turn going to determine where the ice is, could fluctuate, so stay with us. We'll keep you updated.
All right. Thanks so much, Blaze. Well, Giannis sat out for last night's All-Star festivities. Pablo Iglesias has more on whether he'll give it a go tonight.
It is still up in the air whether Captain